let me tell you a story. It's a story about a man who made a choice that most people would never consider, a choice that changed his life forever. In a small village surrounded by rolling hills and golden fields of maize, there lived a man named Kofi. Kofi was a simple man, neither rich nor influential. He owned no cattle, no farmland, no treasures of any kind. All he had in the world was a single coin, a shiny, brass coin that he kept close to his heart, hidden in the inner pocket of his worn-out tunic. This coin was more than just money to Kofi. It was his hope. Whenever hunger gnawed at him or the cold wind swept through his small hut, he would touch the coin and remind himself that it could save him, at least for a little while. One sunny morning, as the village market buzzed with life, Kofi wandered into the square. Traders called out their wares, women haggled over the price of yams, and children laughed as they chased each other between the stalls. Amid the noise, a deep voice rose above the clamor, drawing everyone's attention. "Come closer," the voice boomed. "Come and hear words that will change your life." At the center of the square stood an old merchant named Baba Ola, a man known for his mysterious travels and stories of faraway lands. He was dressed in a flowing robe adorned with strange patterns, and his silver beard glimmered in the sunlight. In his hand, he held a staff topped with a carved lion's head. Intrigued, Kofi edged closer. Baba Ola spoke again, his voice calm but commanding. "I have wisdom to share, wisdom that can turn the poorest man into a king. But wisdom is not free. It comes at a cost." The crowd murmured among themselves. What kind of cost could he mean? Kofi felt a strange pull toward the merchant and found himself stepping forward. "Elder," Kofi began, his voice trembling slightly, "what is the cost of your wisdom?" Baba Ola turned his piercing eyes on Kofi and smiled. "The cost, young man, is your only coin." The crowd gasped. People began to whisper, their voices filled with doubt and disbelief. Who would trade their only coin for mere words? One woman scoffed. "This is foolishness," muttered another. Kofi's heart pounded. His coin was his security, his lifeline. He thought about the bread it could buy, the brief comfort it offered. But then a thought crept into his mind. What good is a coin if I lack the wisdom to use it well? As the whispers of the crowd grew louder, Kofi closed his eyes and imagined a future where he remained the same, a poor man clutching a coin, no better off than he was today. Slowly, he reached into his pocket, feeling the smooth surface of the coin one last time. "I will trade," Kofi said, his voice firm but laced with uncertainty. The crowd fell silent. All eyes were on him as he extended the coin to Baba Ola. The old merchant took it with a nod of approval, then leaned in close and whispered, "Every choice you make either feeds your future or satisfies your present. Choose wisely." Kofi blinked, waiting for more. But Baba Ola had already turned away, disappearing into the throng of people. The crowd erupted into laughter and ridicule. He gave away his only coin for a riddle. Someone shouted. Embarrassed and unsure, Kofi hurried back to his small hut. That night, as he lay on his mat, he couldn't stop thinking about the merchant's words. Every choice you make either feeds your future or satisfies your present. Days turned into weeks, and Kofi began to see the wisdom in those words. When he felt tempted to spend what little he earned on fleeting pleasures, he remembered the choice he had made. Instead of buying roasted plantains at the market, he saved. Instead of wasting hours idling, he learned new skills from the village blacksmith. Slowly, his efforts began to bear fruit. He started earning more, first as an apprentice and then as a craftsman in his own right. With time, he bought a plot of land, planted crops, and even built a sturdy house. Years passed, and Kofi became one of the most respected men in the village. His wisdom and discipline inspired others, and they often sought his advice. One day, as he sat under the shade of a baobab tree, a young boy approached him. "Elder Kofi," the boy said, "is it true that you once traded your only coin for wisdom?" Kofi chuckled, his eyes twinkling with the memories of his younger self. "Yes, it's true," he replied. "Was it worth it?" the boy asked, his brow furrowed in curiosity. "More than you can imagine," Kofi said. "That single coin was the best trade I ever made. It taught me that the value of wisdom far outweighs the comfort of holding on to what we think we cannot lose." The boy nodded thoughtfully, and as he walked away, Kofi leaned back against the tree, a contented smile on his face. And so, the story of Kofi's choice became a lesson passed down through generations. It taught the villagers that sometimes, what seems like a loss in the moment is a seed for something greater. Now, dear listener, ask yourself, what coin are you holding on to? Is it time to trade it for something that lasts? If you enjoyed this story, share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you agree with Kofi's decision? What would you have done in his place? Don't forget to like this story and subscribe for more African folktales filled with wisdom, wonder, and lessons for life. Thank you for listening.